Good afternoon to all of us. Before I start my topic today, I will greet our teacher, who is the source of our wisdom we have now, and also to all of us out there. Good afternoon. I am your brother from Davao City, Mr. Jerome Ligutom. Now my topic is about what is Dapitan according to the plan of God. If we will talk about Dapitan city, we will start at the time of Jacob, because the exact time begins in his life. Jacob was born in negative 73. Before he entered Egypt, he lived 130 years in Israel. That was in negative 73 to positive 57. This was the time of Joseph when he became a governor of Egypt. 17 years after Jacob arrived in Egypt, he died. The family of Jacob lived in Egypt within 430 years. 430 years. So it was at the time of Moses. In short, they got out in Egypt in the year 487. From this year, we will count 480 years. That was the time of King Solomon, when he became constructed a temple. In other words, Solomon became the construction in 967. This was the fourth year when Solomon reigned the kingdom. So Solomon became a king in the year 963. So Solomon had 37 years left to finish the positive 1,000. Since Solomon reigned the kingdom within 40 years, so he had 3 years, which was already a negative 1,000. If we will subtract the negative 3 years from negative 1,000, the answer is 997 negative. This number of years will be subtracted from 2,520 years, which is the 20th time of God. We will have the answer 1,523, or 1523 in short. This was the time when God bestowed the kingdom for the nation which became a Christian nation. In this regard, God sent a priest on March 16, 1521, in order to Christianize the Filipino for the kingdom of God in which Christianity abided. Now, we cannot profoundly deny that the Philippines is the abode for the Christian people who are struggling for the salvation, whether in groups or individual. We learn very well that the Philippines became a Christian country on April 14, 1521. 2 years before, God gave the kingdom in 1523. It is very clear to mention that the kingdom of God, because the year 1523 is the repetition of history of the real and true kingdom of God at the time of King Solomon during his last hour in 997. The biblical history reveals that the creation of Adam, which was an island surrounded by two branches of twin river of Tigris River and Euphrates River. This is precisely called Mesopotamia. From Greek language, Mesopo, which means an island between two branches of river. In a vivid narration, after the creation of Adam, God rested in the seventh day. Since one day of God is equals 1,000 years of man. So Adam should be in the Garden of Eden and live there at the same time as God rested. But before the year ended, Adam committed sin. In the year 821, Adam committed sin. So, God completely erased Mesopotamia after the 20th generation at the time of Abraham. So the plan of God carried by Abraham in Canaan. Many years passed by, Jesus was born in Bethlehem. His human flesh was chosen. The true Christ, the true God, could humanly speak to the people for the preparation of his third weeks in this world. Many Jews did not believe him. So he took away the kingdom of God and gave it to the nation, in which became a Christian in 1523. From this time, 40 years should be counted off, and Adam, who could give the life to the people, should appear. It was in 1563. when Adam came to the Philippines, in the person of Dato Pagbuaya. Since Adam lived in Mesopotamia, which was an island surrounded by two branches of rivers, so with the new Mesopotamia, which is also surrounded by two branches of twin rivers called Pulo River and Liboran River. According to the plan of God, the flesh should be discovered 40 years after the repetition of history of King Solomon. The history repeated in 1523. 40 years after Dato Pagbuaya reached in Dapitan. Counting from it, the remaining 390 years the answer is 1953. When Dato Pagbuaya spiritually returned in Dapitan. 10 years after, the town of Dapitan became a city under the penmanship of President Diosdado Macapagal. Under the Republic Act number 3811 signed on June 22, 1963. Another 10 years that followed, Dapitan City became a shrine city under the signature of President Ferdinand Marcos, under Presidential Decree number 105 signed on January 24, 1973. For this juncture, Dapitan City is the new Mesopotamia, where the second new Mesopotamia is now called Dapitan Shrine City, where the second Adam, who personified Dato Pagbuaya in 1563, will come back to Dapitan City. Now the question is, what is Dapitan City according to the plan of God? The answer is Dapitan City. Dapitan is now, Dapitan Shrine City is the new Mesopotamia. That's all, and thank you and good afternoon again.